welcome back to another episode with me, Bellfire, and today we're back in Space Engineers, and as you can see behind me, that is my flagship. And this is me in the very center of the screen. And I started building it in the hole down here. It was painful to get out. I had to disassemble it. So how I built it, clearly this is bigger than the hole, and I started it with that side. I started it over here with the top, so over here on the floor. And then I just simply built so how I built it was, I built it section by section. And where you see these red marks is where each section ends. So like the tail section, all the way over here, goes from the end to there. Then this whole section goes from that red mark there to this red mark here. Then this was supposed to be the hangar, but the VTOL script recommends you put the thrusters facing the center of mass. So for example, my center of mass is right through the center of these circular bearings, and that's where I have them set up. So then after that is the hangar section, which goes from here all the way to here. And then last but not least, the frontmost section, or the nose of it. And I will say this took me several days just simply to get the basic framing of. And the fun thing is, it's not even furnished yet. As in, it's just a shell. It does have 2 full deuterium tanks, but that's only due to me taking the deuterium from there while it was still docked. But today, I'm going to continue working. Hopefully being able to lift this thing off. So that means, and yes, more heavy armor. But I mean, honestly, I prefer the heavy armor. Yes, it may be heavier, hence the name, but it is also, well, much stronger. I mean, I did do some testing with the creative mode enabled. Yes, I know, I do testing with the creative mode enabled. I dropped it from orbit. And if it was fully welded up, I think it would have survived. And it didn't have these thruster pods on it when I tested it, but all of the heavy armor, or almost all of the heavy armor, not even a scratch on it. That's how impressive, or how impressed I was with it. Well, I don't know exactly. But I mean, there were sections that fragmented off, but I think that's just due to how it's welded up right now. But let me go ahead and start the other thruster pod. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a total of 29 blocks along, I think. Basically, it's big enough to fit 3 deuterium thrusters and 2 ion thrusters. Basically, the whole point of the ion thrusters is just in case I run out of deuterium, I can switch to the ion and use those. And yes, I know what would happen if, say, I ran out of power or deuterium because I have deuterium generators on board. Well, I haven't built them yet, but I'm planning, like probably here and also in the hull hull area over here, to make power cells, but not ordinary power cells. They will be using azimuth batteries. And no, I don't mean like a small 2x2 of azimuth batteries. I'm talking like a 2x2x2. So that would be 8. Yeah, 8 azimuth batteries. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like a 2x5x6. So that would be 60 azimuth batteries. And I'm planning on having multiples of those. And again, if someone were to ask me why, well, I want this thing to be versatile. Sure, it may require mods, but I'm honestly fine with that. You can still have a very versatile ship, even though it may require mods. And also some very large thrusters. And that's not upside down. And how I did it was I put three of these on each side, directly hooking into each other. And then one in the center. Oh, man. Hang on, I just need to check how exactly I put these ion thrusters on. And yes, I'm using the sci-fi ones because, well, I bought the DLC, so might as well use it, right? Okay, so it's lined up with the top. Got it. And I guess after this, it would be, well, moving it over so it can be welded up, which that in itself will be difficult. Because this thing is very, very, very heavy. I mean, I don't even know what could lift it, if I'm being perfectly honest. I mean, this might be able to, but that has several question marks in front of it. Yeah. I mean, the thruster cone's on... Yeah, no, I don't think this thing will be able to lift it. So it looks like I'll have to do one thing I was kind of hoping I could avoid, but... oh well, it'll be fine. I just need to make an arm over to it so I can weld it up. Wait, that's fine. Okay. Well, there's one thing I need. There we go. I'll just go across here. Just do it straight there so I don't have to waste more resources. Okay, but these lag spikes are very, very annoying. But now I'm at the edge that I need to be at. Okay, good. The building repair systems over there are working. That's good. But dear Lord, the component bill will just be so high. Oh wait, I forgot I was going to install a mod. Well, a couple of mods, but well, I'll do that in just a moment. Okay. I'll do that once I finish welding. Once I finish welding up this arm. But what is your... Oh, wow. You're full. Okay, good to know. That everything's... that all my tanks are starting to get full. And steel tubes. The one thing I have very little of. Okay, well... Silicone again, really? That should be enough to get everything over here started. Never mind. Okay, I am going to be right back after I install this mod, so I'll see you guys in just a minute. No. Okay, everyone, I'm back. And what I did is this. Basically, what this is it's a quota list. Like how many of one thing I should keep. So, like for example, steel plates, I want to keep 100,000. Okay. I want to keep maybe 1,000 interior plates. And I'm just going to set all this up, so I'll see you all in just a moment. Okay, everyone, I'm back, and I just set up all the limits, so hopefully it's going to work now. Now let's see if a change in the inventory caused it to catch up. It did. There we go. Now everything's going to produce to that level. Perfect. So now my my assembler will try and keep that much in it at all times. And I'm going to do the same thing on this. I may not do the smartest thing, but what I'm going to do is rip the assembler out of my base and then put it in my flagship. Really, I'm missing ice of all things. And no, that's not surprising, now that I think about it. Don't worry, before I take off, I'm probably going to tear up a lot of the ice below me. Because I do want to... well, first, before I say anything about that, I need to check one thing. Oh my lord, these are massive. Okay, well, I mean, it'll work. So what I want to do is have a winch in the hangar bay that'll wind up, and it would have like 3 or 4 of those drills on the end of it, and it would have like 2 thrusters in each direction. Just as an example. And what I would do is I would release the winch, fly up next to an asteroid before I release the winch, and then after I release the winch, I would fly it out of the hangar to a point where I can have it automatically mine. Well, automatically mine from the asteroid. At least that's what I'm hoping will happen. And it would, of course, automatically go into a cargo container or just further up. I haven't worked it all out yet, but I should be able to work it out relatively soon. But that means I actually have to start making it. So that means I'm going to need to Google a couple things. like how to make a proper winch, because I don't know. But man, I can't believe my flagship is as big as it is. And already it has 5 gigawatts of power. Which is the funny thing. Although, yes, that is not permanent. Well, with how much fuel I have, it might be. Because I think it's going to take a long time for me to burn through all of that fuel. Plus all the stuff I have in the base, plus the stuff I have in that. So it may take longer than I think for me to run out. Man. But I will say, flying back and forth just to grab components is a little bit annoying, but you make do.
Health low.
And yes, I could make a nanite control facility. I haven't made one of those yet on this planet, by the way. Or even in this world. Huh. What am I doing? Why haven't I built that yet? Okay, hang on. Let me take care of the lack of small steel tubes. Why did I run out of just the small steel tubes? Okay, well. Just more back and forth. Well, at least it doesn't take long to build these up when I have the materials. Still going. But I'm mostly going to need that. How do I know? That's how. The whole fact that I still have a majority of my flagship not welded up. Oh, I'm surprised that the curved conveyor and the conveyor tube require the exact same materials. I wasn't expecting them to. Okay. Well, now... Of course, more small steel tubes. That's always the thing I seem to be missing. And just so I don't waste extra fuel. I think I can hold 6. I'll go ahead and start assembling it from the other end. From over here. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, man. I really hope this thing can take off. Because if it can't, I'm going to have to do a lot of work to make it so it can. But I'm not planning to assemble it in orbit. I refuse to do that. And there we go. And now this. And I am going to have to make multiple trips. Well, yeah, with all the components it a build and repair system has, of course I would need to make multiple trips. Okay, I'm going to talk more about the design of, I need to give it a name. I don't know what yet, but I need to give it one. Well, anyway, my plan for my flagship is to have it so that it is basically incredibly redundant. Might make it way more complicated than it needs to be. I'd rather it be complicated and work to it and not and struggle to function than it not be complicated and it work perfectly or redundant. Because, I mean, the thing I'm thinking for my flagship is it's going to have the power cells I was talking about earlier will be able to be removed, recharged by a deployable solar panel that runs RDAVs. Here, hang on. Workshop, browse, subscribed items. I'm in my Steam overlay, by the way, so... It's on at least a page. That's the subgrid. No. Oh, I know it's here. Well, it's obviously here. I can still use it. I just don't remember where. Think I'm close to it? I'll be back as soon as I find it. I was completely I was completely off. It is Izzy's solar alignment script. I'm going to use that in combination with several gyros and solar panels, of course, to have little satellites that'll stay by the ship while it's recharging. And now, and then flag repair, where is it? Walk mode, yep. Now what this thing should do is start welding itself up. Let me just help this along. Oh, wait. Flag repair. Help others. And this will just simply keep going down the line, I think. And you know what? No, I don't want you helping each other. The reason behind this, just so it welds them up quicker. Like this, for example. And this will just simply cascade down the line. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, all of the amazing stuff. And I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye, guys!